morning. Let's wait for you guys to come on. Happy Monday morning in Australia and Sunday evening everywhere else, I guess. Okay, got a few people on, which is awesome. So today I want to chat to you about the fact that if nothing changes, nothing changes. This morning on my blog, you'll find, if you scroll down, you'll find that there. And I spoke about the fact that this is our fifth and final Monday for January 2017. Now, usually in November and December, we start to really get our heads around what we want to achieve in the following year, and we have, we set some amazing intentions. We feel really aligned with that. We feel like, yes, this is the direction that I'm going in, and we kind of feel like I can achieve this, this is possible, and we really draw a line in the sand about, the things that we're going to not tolerate anymore in our lives and the way that we're going to be. Hey guys, good to see people from Scotland and the US. Don't you love the interwebs? Anyway, so what happens is we go out all guns blazing. We finish the year and we're feeling really excited about it because of the goals that we've set ourselves and the things that we know are going to be possible for us in the following year. And then we usually have a bit of a break over Christmas, and sometimes that can put a bit of a spanner in the works because we get a little bit, distracted by things, and sometimes it can take a little while to get the wheels turning again. And that's normal, when we take a break, especially if we've had huge momentum moving forward, it can take us a little bit to find our feet once we've had a break. But anyway, all of that out of the way. If you're powering through January and you're ticking everything off the list that you said you would, you're showing up the way that you promised yourself that you would show up for your people online and all that sort of stuff, hats off to you, because creating change, especially big change on your own, can be really, really difficult. Because what happens is, we might read things or watch videos or a live like this, and then we're setting our goals and we get really excited about it. And yes, I'm going to do this, and yes, I'm going to get fit, and yes, I'm going to do this in my business, and yes, I'm going to do a Facebook Live every day. And it feels great. The energy is great when we're doing that goal setting stuff. And then, as I say, we have a bit of a break towards the end of the year. Sometimes we're around people who aren't necessarily sharing our vision for things, and they think on a smaller level than you do. And so, you can be pulled back by that a little bit and start to be influenced by your surroundings somewhat. And then you head off into the new year, when the decks are clear and you're ready to go, and you just might not have been able to tap into that same enthusiasm. And, that's pretty normal because, it's kind of, all the excitement's gone. The goals, you've set them and you're excited about them and all that sort of stuff. And then it's time to actually get the work done. And this is when we can hit a hurdle, especially if we have lost that momentum and we're feeling a little bit like, well, I can't even summon up what I was enthusiastic about at the end of last year. I'm kind of scratching my head to even work out what that was. That happens. It's pretty normal, but it's not an excuse to let the year go. So if January hasn't sort of fired off the way that you wanted it to, then it's now time to start to, oh, my friend's back. It's now time to really go back, reflect on the same things that you were thinking about at the end of last year, pull out all of the journaling that you did, all of the goals that you set yourself, all of that stuff, and sit there and go through it and remind yourself that, if you thought this then, there is nothing that is different between the end of last year and this year other than the mess that you've made in your head. That's as simple as that, really. But also following through on those actions, because what happens is if we want to create big change and we're after making big success, it requires us to do things differently, much differently. It requires us to show up very differently as well. And if you're not doing all of those things, then that's when you need to maybe get some help. Because if we have clarity and we know exactly what we want, but there's that fear that's resurfaced over the Christmas break because you lost your momentum a little bit, that's the time to reach out and get some help. Because sometimes it's just a little bit, it's just having a clear game plan. It's having somebody, run their eyes over your ideas and go, yeah, of course this can happen. of course this is achievable, and maybe you need to do A, B, C, and D, and then you can be off and running again. Sometimes it's just, in my blog I spoke about the fact that you know, you can't rely on the heat of that initial fire. You know, when we're setting our goals and we're getting excited about them and we feel courageous and we start to make our first moves, that's great. It's amazing energy and we need that. But you can't sustain that one big burst of flame, you know, for a whole year. So we need to continually, hey Louise, we need to continually be sparking that fire. We need to continually be stoking it. And that's, you know, continually checking in with our goals, continually making progress. The times that I don't feel myself, the times that I don't feel on, the times that I feel unfulfilled are when I'm not progressing. And that just means I need to, I've either outgrown a goal, I've reached it and I haven't set a big enough one next, or it just means that I've stalled a little bit and I'm not making the progress that I need to. And usually all that takes for me is to go back, have a look at my goals, look at my money stuff, and you know, do whatever else I need to do. Speak with my entrepreneurial peers, get in touch with them and say, oh, I'm in a bit of a funk, I'm struggling for content or whatever, and then they'll just be throwing the, you know, raining the love down on me or whatever, and we'll have a conversation and then I'll be feeling good again. But if you don't have that, if you're on your own, I know how difficult that is. And for me, many years, the greater part of my entrepreneurial journey, I did it on my own. And it was only when I got some help, when I did my coaching qualification, and then I started to take on coaches after that. I'm like, oh my God, why didn't I do this years ago? It's so much easier. The journey is so much easier. It's faster, and any of the doubts that you have, you're able to have a conversation with and move through very, very quickly instead of getting stuck and bogged down. And so, you know, the topic of today is, if nothing changes, nothing changes. If you've been trying to do it on your own and not getting anywhere, and you're hitting the same hurdles and you're having the same conversation loop going around and around and around in your head, then it's time to take the leap and get some help. And I've got 2 more spots on my VIP Inner Circle. I'm going to post the link above the video. Actually, I'll post it. Just going to go to my Facebook page now and grab my other Facebook page and grab the link. Because it's important. I've only got 2 spots left, and it's going to be an incredible program. I have some amazing women on the program already, and it's basically, if you're looking for a new set of peers and you're looking for somebody to help prop you up, to give you that support that, you know, you need when you're trying to do this stuff on your own and make big things happen, it's there. As I say, there are 2 spots. I'm just going to pop it in the comments to start, and then afterwards, if my page will let me do that. All right, here we go. Edit, paste. Okay, so the application's there, and I'll post it on the top as well. But it's basically, it's 8 women and me and my PA, and we're going to be working together month after month to get you where you want to be in 2017. It's the lowest entry point to work one-on-one with me. As far as cost goes, we have an intimate Facebook group with those women, and I go in there and I'm updating free content that's only available to you guys, the women in the VIP Inner Circle. As I say, there are only 8 spots, and what it means, this program is, we get a one-on-one session every single month, but I'm also in that Facebook group. That's where you have access to me whenever you need me. Any program that I run that is lower than the cost of the VIP Inner Circle program, you get for free. So I'm running my 6 weeks Rich, Fit, Famous Online intensive coming up. I'm going to have the sales page up and ready to go today, and that's going to be 6 weeks intensive program where we talk about all things rich, which is basically all of the ways that you can be making money, that you can leverage, that you have going on right now, and creating new products. Fit is really your version of showing up as the most primed example of you. So it's feeling good about the way you look, it's having lots of energy, it's getting you moving if you're not training at the moment. And then the Famous Online, of course, is all the visibility stuff. So it's not just about being famous for the sake of being famous, but it's being front and center in front of your audience so that you are able to share your message so more people buy from you. And that's an intensive that I'll be running that goes for 6 weeks. The women on the VIP Inner Circle program get that program for free, and that's going to be around the $1,000 mark. So if you are interested in having me as your mentor over the coming months, there's no lock-in contract. I want you to stay because you want to stay and because you're getting a lot from the group. So if it sounds like you and you want to make that leap and do things differently in 2017 and get the help that you need, now is the time to do it. 2 spots left. I'm waiting for the right women. You know, they've got to be women who are, you know, have been trying on their own for a little while. I don't want someone who's just had the, you know, the idea, oh, I think I want to be a businesswoman and jump in. I want women who have been, you know, in this game for a little while. They're not quite getting the traction that they thought that they would get. They're not quite getting the cut through. They're just not making the money, and they think that they're on the right track, but they just need to make some tweaks. One of the women in the group, we've done a total rebrand in the first week. Some of the other women, there's no need for rebrands. It's just how can they play bigger this year? And it's me helping them get clear on what that is and then pushing them to make that happen. And then of course the group is elevating them as well. So if that sounds like you, head to the link, apply, and then I'll be looking at those applications over the next coming days. I'm just going to pop that in the top of the thing now. I'll be looking at those applications in the coming days and making phone calls this week. I want you to kick off and get started in February, all guns blazing, knowing that you have the support that you need, all of the support you need and the resources that you need to make sure that this really is the year that you intend to have. So if January hasn't gone the way you planned and you've gone back into your same old habits, know that if nothing changes, nothing changes. If you're showing up the same way, if you're doing the same things because it feels comfortable, you're going to get the same result. You know that. So if you feel like you need someone to push you and elevate you and stretch you, and you're looking for a new group of entrepreneurial besties, then this is a great place to start. As I say, it's my lowest entry level to have any one-on-one coaching with me. Other than my high-end coaching packages, that's the only way you get to work with me in 2017. 2 spots left. If you want one of those spots to be yours, go and apply, and also feel free to shoot me a message. You can do that too. Anyway, I'm off on my walk this morning. It's going to get hot real fast here in Melbourne today. Yay! So I'm going to go for a walk along the beach, and then I'm going to come back and hit my desk, and you can expect to see some sales pages up later today. Anyway, have an amazing day. Bye.